the last day of school. Oh my god, major projects D. So basically it's the next day now, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The last day was like bittersweet because one, is the last day, but at the same time, after 4 years, I finally finished. So thank God. We can't really complain about it. You see me? The last day was like a major project, and it's not really the last day. It's just that it's the last day that I'll ever see, I guess, all the engineers that are supposedly supposed to be graduating this year, and who supposedly, or most of them at least, who supposedly started with me in first year, which was 2019. You get me? And in many cases, my friends that I may have made this semester, or my friends from a long time who be going on work and travel this summer, so literally I won't be seeing them until the end of the summer, and I really don't know what my future holds. So I don't want to be like, oh yeah bro, when you come back I'll be here. You know, I might die, you know, I might disappear, might go somewhere, you know, you just never really know. You get me? So it's like, we can't really count on that. And if we're being completely honest, the presentation wasn't that bad. Honestly, I had no problems with the presentation. The presentation was like, you know, because I do this all the day. I'm literally presenting to you guys right now. This is exactly how I was speaking. I know you guys already saw the clips and everything, so I should have passed. And I've gotten back grades as well for almost all the subjects that I've done. And literally all of them have P's. I didn't check the grades because I don't care about grades. C's get degrees, okay guys? C's get degrees. Not that I got any C's, but C's got degrees. But now it's literally like into one, no, literally it's now into one cycle into the next. Because when I was leaving Wilmers, I felt the same way that I feel now, or a little bit. Well, actually I don't really feel as bad as I felt when I was leaving Wilmers, because Wilmers, I've been there for 7 years, and it became like a routine, seeing so many faces, meeting so many people, making so many branches for the real life or real world, you know, that I'll probably see for, even when I'm 60, 70, if I make it that long, I'll probably see some of them and be like, yo, remember 2015, 2018, 2020, 2019, you know what I'm mean? You see me? Like, I'll always have memories that I can always call back, and it will just be that funnier. You see me? But when I say that we move from one extreme to the next, I mean, like, whereas your routine back in the day was, in high school, was just waking up, going to school, leaving school, and then going back home. Then the routine in university was going to school, socializing, deciding if you want to skip classes or not, handing in assignments right before the deadline, face-to-face exams, those type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Now, the new trend is literally going to be, God forbid, of course, because I don't want to work a 9 to 5, but you know, you have to start off there just a little bit, even if it's for a year or two, or however long you have to do it. The new routine is now going to be waking up every single day to do a 9 to 5 just to, I guess, make ends meet. Because the funny thing is that I literally calculated my expenses for the week, and this is minimum expenses, by the way. This is minimum expenses. You guys don't even want to hear it. So basically, for every single week, if I go to school just 5 or 6 times for the week, I will literally be spending just on average $1,500. That's 1,500 Jamaican dollars. Because I'm talking about through the entire day. It don't have to be for lunch alone. It can be for lunch and breakfast, because I leave the house so early that sometimes I just don't get to eat breakfast, or sometimes after school, or later down, because not after school, because school finishes like 9 o'clock at night sometimes. Later down, you might be hungry and decide to buy like a 1 patty. And guess what? A patty and a juice right now is like $400. A patty and a cocoa bread is $400. If you buy a patty, cocoa bread and juice, that's $500, bro. Or $480, or whatever the case may be, bro. That's a lot of money. So back then, when you could have buy a food for like $400 or $500, now you're buying a patty for $280, or 3 bills now, depending on where you buy it from, bro. So technically, $1,500 is me being nice. But let's just calculate it using 1,500. So 1,500 a day. We're using 1,500 for 6 days. Just an example, 6 days. 1,500 times 6, that's 5 times 6, 3,000. 1 times, what that? 1 times 6, 6. So that's 9 grand. $9,000 basically for the entire week on food. Then gas is $8,000. Give or take a few, it might be 7.5, it might be 8.5, it even might be 9 grand, it might even be 7 grand. It all depends. But let's just use the base rate as $8,000. That's 8 plus 8, that's 16 grand, bro. Bro, right there, that's 16 grand already. And then you have to put in the miscellaneous. You always have to add up. You can never add down. You always have to factor in up, because you never really know what you might end up spending on a certain day. Because for a major project, I spent so much money where, you know what I'm saying, it just don't make any sense. Like, if something goes wrong with your car, or you need something, like you need some oil, or you need something overall, it adds up. Like, it literally adds up. So you can't look and say, oh, it's just 16 grand, you get me? So technically, it's like 20 grand. Let's just go with, let's go with 20 grand. So when you get this 20 grand now, if for the month, because this is 20 grand for the week, you know, bro. So technically 20 times 4 is flipping, 20 times 4 is flipping 80 grand, you know what I'm saying? Because that's 20 grand for the week. Factor in now for a second. What if you just want to go out and hang with the bros, you know what I'm saying? So that means that might dig into the gas. That's one. So it might dig into the gas Two, you're gonna add on a fee, whether it's food again, so you could put in, and it's not a 1,500 anymore. It's more than likely gonna be either 3 grand, 4 grand, depending on where you go, because it's not school where some of the prices are subsidized, or there's just a base rate that most food costs around $8 to $1,500. You know what I'm saying? It's in the real world now where you're at restaurants and those type of stuff, and because you're at restaurants and those type of stuff, everything is just hiked up price. So now we're at $26,000 for the week. Let's just say you times that by 4, right? 26 times 4. 4 times 6, what? 24. So that'd be theoretically supposed to be what, 82,000? No, it's not supposed to be 82,000. I really don't know what it is then. Don't listen to me, guys. Would it be 104,000? That's what it's supposed to be. 26 times 4. Oh yeah, I was right. So yeah, it is 104,000. Damn, I'm a human calculator. Regardless, bro, that's for a guy. Like, okay, that's when you go to school, like, for a full month and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you don't, then obviously it will be less, and if you do, then sometimes it will be even more. But let's just factor in when you go a full month of school, you know what I'm saying? No, imagine if you had bills. Imagine if you had a child. Imagine if you had, you know, rent to pay and those type of stuff, bro. That means that theoretically, just to be comfortable, or just to make ends meet properly and have a little cash bit left back, you probably need to be making like 250k in Jamaican, like, no cap. It can apply for work as well. Like, I don't know nothing about work and if they give you lunch or not, nor they subsidize the lunch or anything. But if you go with what I just said a while ago, the base rate, you're basically going to be spending $104,000 per month. All right, you're going to spend 80 grand on your expenses, going to work and buying food. And then when bills them come in, let's say rent costs 60 grand. I don't know if rent costs 60 grand, but let's say rent costs 60 grand. That's 140,000 already. You get me? And then you pay the little light bill and the flipping water bill and all them things there, bro. Let's just say all of those are 2 grand each. Not even, I'm just saying, you know, I know they're probably 5, 10 grand. I don't know, but let's just say 2 grand each. I'm trying to make it easy for everybody. So that's 6 grand in all. That's $146,000. If anything happens to your car, that's 200 grand, fam, depending on what car you have and what the issue is. So literally, to be comfortable in Jamaica, you probably need to be making 300,000 or more. And most jobs do offer that. So it's like, how do you flipping survive? Sometimes I wonder, I see people like on minimum wage, and this was minimum wage at the time, this is like 7 grand. Now minimum wage is 13 grand. Whoop-de-doo, big change, and politicians are getting 200% increase. But I'm not a politician, I don't speak politics, so we're not gonna talk about that. But for real, sometimes I see sometimes I see people who are making 7 grand a week, or maybe 14 grand fortnightly, which is the same thing, or 16 grand fortnightly. You get me? Around the same price, basically 8 grand a week. Having like 3 or 4 kids, bro, and I'm like, how are they surviving? I don't have any kids. I don't have that many bills. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that many expenses. I don't even like to leave the house, bro. I don't go out. I don't like to leave the house. And I'm barely surviving, bro. I'm barely hanging on. I'm barely hanging in. You see me? So, I don't know how people are having kids out there, bro. How are you guys having kids? Bro, I would make it like a point of duty to not have kids until I can afford 4. And I don't want 4, but I'm just saying, it's better you can afford 4 and don't have none than you have 4 and can't afford 0. Can't afford 1, I should say. Yo, either way, take it to my side. I don't really know what that rant was about, I'm not gonna lie to you, but definitely I'm kind of excited to see what the next chapter of my life is gonna be, because really and truly, now since I'll be making money, theoretically, hopefully, if I get a job, then, you know, hopefully if I get a job and thing, you know, yes, things might be hard at first and whatever, and I'm not gonna just jump into the frying pot and go get a house or rent a house or whatever the case may be. I have to, you know, slowly progress and them types of stuff there and make the money, you know, add up and talk for itself and make investments and all those things. I'll learn about it. But really and truly, I wish they had made like a course in school where they teach you how to like get your TRN, get your taxpayer ID, pay rent, invest in stuff, you know, they teach you how to like do certain adult stuff that most people don't teach you. And then, you know, your parents just like kind of just drop it on you, because it's not like, all right, not every parent is supportive. Like my mother, I could ask her and she'll explain it to me, but that doesn't mean that your mother or your father will do it, you know what I'm saying? Or then, you know what I'm saying, like, you have some parents who want to teach their children hardships. That's not how you teach your children hardship. You give them the lessons like that so they are ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to make soldiers just because you used to walk with flipping buckets on your head for 2 miles without shoes and used to sell mango to go, you know, school for lunch money. And bro, I'm not saying that your situation wasn't bad. I'm simply just saying, just because you did all of that doesn't mean I need to do all of that. The job of a parent is obviously supposed to make my life easier as the kid, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't ask to be here. But yeah, at the same time, I guess we're grateful to be here. I'm not, but still, you should be grateful to be here, because, you know, you have life. Once you have life, you have everything. When you really, in reality, all we're doing is living. We're just living to die, and we're literally paying to live. That don't make any sense. Like, I actually don't want to get into this topic deeper, because then people gonna realize that I'm actually just at the depressed person and not Mr. Sunshine or Mr. Rainbows or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? But there in reality is that most people always tell you life is what you make it. You can become whatever you want to be. That's not the case for most people, bro. Because if you live up in certain area, you can achieve it, but there's like a 1% chance of you doing it. And even if you do all the right things, that doesn't mean that you deserve to do anything, because good things don't happen to good people, bro. Good things do not happen to good people. And I'm not saying anything happened to me, you know. I'm simply just saying good things don't happen to good people. It's not always the best people that are successful. It's not always the best people that are rich. It's not always, trust me, because the rich don't stay rich by giving away money, bro. The rich stay rich by not paying people. The rich stay rich by scamming people. It may not be scamming like taking away your bank, all the money to your bank account, but by underpaying people. Like they know that certain people because okay, if an employer can't put themselves in the employee's position and say, yeah, you know that if I was working here, the job that I'm doing for this, because yo, you have some work, you know, or you work hard, you know, you're only making minimum wage or a little bit over minimum wage, you know, and the employer know within themselves, say, yo, them supposed to be paying you more, you know, but the employee don't know no better. And at the end of the day, the employee, you see me, the employee, like in this case, the employee, this is the only thing that the employee has. So it's like, because it's the only thing that the employee has, there's nothing that you can do about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know, it's like it's your only option. It's like you're an immigrant doing an under the table job. You have to just take the bullshit that the boss is giving you, because where you're going to report them, you're not even supposed to be working, blood. Where you're going to report them is your word against theirs. You don't even come up on their tax, you never come up on their tax records. So you're literally like, you're like a stain on the windshield that somebody can wipe off, bro. They don't care about you. It's similarly to work. Like, I know I'm branching off to 10 million things, but it's similarly to work. If you, in your 9 to 5, if you die tomorrow, bro, the position is already, either they're already looking for people or they've already found someone, bro. So you over there start work your ass off, die, and they just have a little ceremony, put your picture up in the office, and within 2 weeks, everybody not forget about you. But within 2 weeks, them already take off the picture of them, bro. You see me? Where them they do a little thing for make it look like they actually cared about you. After that, them gone. And I'm not saying they're supposed to reminisce and think about, but I'm just telling you, you're just another number to every employer, bro. Because it's similarly to, all right, for example, certain engineers, right? Because I have friends who've done this before, or I know people who have done this. They apply for a job before they get their degree. This is like maybe first or second year. At UTech, it takes 4 years to get your degrees, right? They apply for a job to get their degrees and whatever the case may be. They get the job, but obviously they know, the employers know that they don't have the degree. So they underpay them. But guess what? Because you're at work and you're at the school, you're happy for the little money, and you know, you can spend a little money, you can buy some clothes, you can go out, you can go to parties and all those lovely stuff. You can take care of yourself. You can now pay off the school fee, whatever the case may be, over time. Because I have brethren who are very underpaid right now. And I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, some of their employers have already just kept it a buck with them, bro. They cannot pay them, fam. When they get their degree, they're gonna have to find another job, even though they've been at that work for let's say 3 or 4 years. They're gonna have to find another job because that job knows that they can't pay them. And now, since they have the degree, let's say they were getting 150 or 200,000 at the time. 200,000 not supposed to be paying somebody that have the degree. If you get what me trying to say, because if somebody without the degree was getting 200, that means somebody with the degree is supposed to be getting maybe 1.5 times that or 2 times. I don't know how pay is go. When I start getting paid, I'll start explaining things to you guys, but I don't know anything about paying. I don't know anything about taxes. I don't know anything about property. I don't know anything about investments. I don't know nothing about nothing, bro. Nobody never teach me those things, so I'm just here chatting, you get me? So that's why I can't give you guys accurate figures, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? When I get the accurate figures, I'll let you guys know, or I'll bring somebody on the channel and make them talk about it. It's literally just like that, you get me? It's because like when I made it, like honestly, trust me, bro, life is literally just about, like, honestly, I know people who don't have money. I know people who don't have money and they're the happiest people alive. Like, them just cool. And when I say don't have money, I mean like them now millions in a bank account. Them have just enough for go up on a trip and, you know, like them travel often and go up on trips and do what them need for do and whatever the case may be, bro. That's not the case for like all of us, you know what I'm saying? Me within myself, no, I just know, like I've set standards for myself and I've set goals that I need to reach. And honestly, in reality, unless I hit some big lucky break within the next 2 or 3 years, I'm not gonna really reach where I need to reach by my projection until maybe 28 to around 30. And that's fine, because that's when most men usually hit their prime. But I don't want to hit my prime at that age. I want to hit my prime earlier. But then you know what they say, you have to aim high, say wherever you drop it, at least that's a good stage. So if I aim for 25, 26, I get 28. So fine, that makes sense. But you know what I'm saying? And it's cool. Life isn't a bottle of roses or whatever the case may be. But it brings me back to what I was saying earlier. Good things don't happen to good people, bro. You could be here going the right road, talk about you want to become a flipping doctor. And when you get the medical degree, you can't find a work, or something happen, or there's a death in your family and it mess up your mental. Like, there's so many things that affect people on a daily that people don't even know about, bro. You see me? So, like, I don't know, bro. If I talk about this video would literally be 1 hour of me ranting. And I don't know if you guys like those type of things, so I will not be ranting. You get me? Like, it's them thing in my meds on a regular, and it freaked me up because, like, realistically, I just don't want that type of life. I don't want the regular life. I don't want the life where I'm at a company for 20 odd years or 30 odd years and I'm just living a life where every day I go to I'm in the office cubicle. Hi Bob, hi Sandy, hi Josh, hi Ashley. How are the kids? Nah, I'm not into that shit, bro. I'm not into that shit where you get like a 2 weeks vacation every single year or something like that. I don't know. At the same time, I don't know if it's 2 weeks. I don't know if it's 1 month. I don't know if it's 15 days. I don't know what it is. But let's just assume. I don't want to be in 2 weeks. I don't want nobody to tell me when to take a vacation. I don't want nobody to tell me when I can travel or when I can do whatever. I don't want nobody to have no power over me, bro. Because at the end of the day, once somebody have power over you, they will always feel like they can disrespect you. They might not disrespect you, but they can always feel like you're little than or smaller than them, bro. And I'm not smaller than anybody, bro. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a 10-foot guy, 10-foot tall guy. I don't care if you're a 2-foot guy, tall guy. I don't care if you're the richest man alive or the smartest man alive. I just feel as if I can equal anyone. And that's just me. You get me? So yeah, that was the rant. Goodbye.